Welcome back to Vivekananda PU College online classes. So previous classes we were discussing about inverse of an element, inverse of a function, and some problems that related to inverse of an function. Now let us see next problem. So consider f function f r plus so consider f from r plus 2 that interval 4 comma infinity given by f of x which is equal to x square plus 4. Show that f is invertible with the inverse f inverse y square root of y minus 4, where r plus is set of all non-negative real numbers. Also find f inverse of phi. You have to write the solution or the proof. Now here function f from r plus, where r plus is non-negative, that is given here, set of all non-negative real numbers. R plus is set of all non-negative real numbers, and this is function domain, then goes to closed interval 4 comma infinity, that you can see or you can observe the function f of x is x square plus 4. Then here maximum and minimum, that is maximum, that means if you take any value in the domain, maximum, that is this function is x square, 4 plus x square means till infinity you can go. Then minimum, if you take 0, we are getting 4. So you can see this 4 to infinity, half open interval 4 to infinity. That means that is the range of the given function. So f of x is x square plus 4. You have to show that f is invertible, and the given f inverse of y is square root of y minus 4. Now also find f inverse of phi. Okay, now we will write f, given function f, that is from, first we have to write f from r plus to half open interval 4 comma infinity. So that is a given function. You have to write the function first, whatever given that you have to write. Now f of x is x square plus 4. f of x is x square plus 4. So f of x which is equal to x square plus 4. Now we have to find f inverse, and we have to show f inverse of y as root y minus 4, and also we have to find f inverse of phi. So let us show f is invertible first to find f inverse. Now f of x is x square plus 4, and we are taking y is equal to x square plus 4. So let y is equal to x square plus 4. That is element of this set. Therefore y is x square plus 4. Now x is element of the domain, x belongs to this set and y belongs to this set. Okay, now from this we get what is x equal to. So x square plus 4 is y, so x square is equal to y minus 4. That means x equal to root y minus 4. X equal to root y minus 4. This element that belongs to R plus, non-negative real numbers. That is positive only. R plus positive only. We are not taking negative. So this is element that belongs to the set of non-negative real numbers. So next we have to define. Function g in a reverse manner, that is g from half open interval 4 infinity to R plus, half open interval 4 infinity to R plus. Now we have to define g as always g of y. What is g of y? G of y that belongs to this set R plus. So elements of R plus we can write it as root y minus 4. Therefore this is root y minus 4. So define g of y as root y minus 4. Now we have to prove that g of f identity and f of g is identity. So now let us write g of f, we have to prove identity. So let me take g of f of x. I will prove g of f of x is equal to x. Now what is g of f of x? That is equal to g of f of x, which is equal to g of, what is f of x? X square plus 4. X square plus 4. Then g of x square plus 4. So it is like g of y. G of y is root y minus 4. G of x square plus 4 is square root of y minus 4. X square plus 4 minus 4. That is equal to square root of plus and minus 4 get cancelled. So root x square, which is equal to x. So g of f of x is equal to x. That means g of f is identity, and we are writing the domain set of f, which is equal to R plus. So g of f is identity. Here we have to write R plus. So thus we prove that g of f of x is equal to x. Okay, in similar way we have to prove that f of g of y equal to y. That means f of g is identity. So after proving g of f identity, f of g is identity, then f is said to be invertible. So f of g of y, f of g of y, what is g of y? Root y minus 4. Root y minus 4, that is g of y. Now this is equal to, or I can write f of g of y, that is equal to f of g of y is square root of y minus 4, which is equal to, now this is f of x. F of x is x square plus 4. In the place of x we can see that root y minus 4. F of x square plus 4, that is root y minus 4 square plus 4, x square plus 4. Okay, this is equal to square root square, that is square root of square. So we can write it as y minus 4 plus 4, which is equal to plus and minus 4 get cancelled, that is equal to y. So f of g of y, that is equal to y. That means f of g is equal to identity. F of g is equal to identity, then domain of g, which is equal to half open interval 4 to infinity. So thus g of f is identity function, f of g is identity function, means f is invertible. F is invertible with F inverse equal to G. So what is F inverse of y then? G of y. Therefore, what is G of y? Root y minus 4. Okay, that is first question. Show that F is invertible, as F is invertible and F inverse of y is root y minus 4. Thus we can write F inverse of y is root y minus 4. Now second question here, after writing F is invertible, what is F inverse of y? F inverse of y, that is equal to square root of, so y is the element that belongs to this codomain set. As phi is there in the phi is there in the codomain set, then y is phi. F inverse of y means that must belong to R plus, so root phi minus 4, which is equal to 1. So F inverse of phi equal to 1. Okay, that is a same step for any question. If you are right, if function is given, then they will give f of x will given to you. Then show that f is invertible, means you have to write same steps. That means first you have to write function defined from where to where, that is needed. Then after writing, then we have to write what is f of x. Then you have to take y is a codomain set element, y as that function. Then find x, what is x. Then always x is an element of the domain. Then we have to define what is function g. Define g from in a reverse order to function f. Then define g of y that is element of domain set. Then write g of f of x, show that g of f is identity, and similarly f of g you have to find f of g of y, show that f of g of y is equal to y, that means f of g is identity. Then g of f identity, f of g identity, that means f is invertible, give that conclusion, f is invertible. Then write what is f inverse. F inverse is g, nothing but g. Then write that function f inverse of y is inverse function, f inverse of y is equal to g of y. Okay, now let us see another question. Okay, next question. Let f from n to r be function defined as f of x is equal to 4x square, defined as f of x equal to 4x square plus 12x plus 15. Show that f from n to s, where s equal to range of f is invertible, find inverse of f. We have to prove that f is invertible and we have to find what is f inverse. Now f is defined from n to r is a function. F of x is 4x square plus 12x plus 15. Show that f from n to s, n is natural number set, s is range of the function f. You have to show this one, f from n to s is invertible, and you have to write f inverse. So for that, first we have to take f from n to s. We have to show f from n to s is invertible. So we'll write f from n to s. Now we have to write this is function from n to s, s is range of f. Then write what is given function. Given function f of x equal to 4x square plus 12x plus 15. That is given function. Now let us write f of x means that belongs to this set. Then we are taking element of that set as y. So take y is equal to 4x square plus 12x plus 15. Now what happens here? You have to write left side as a y, right side as a x, that means independent. But suppose if you want to write what is x is equal to, that must be in the form of y. X equal to like root y, so that must be in the form of y. Now if I write, I can bring 15 to the left hand side, it will become y minus 15, but still if you take x as a common, suppose if I write 4x square plus 12x, now you can write y minus 15 is equal to, if you take x as a common, then 4x plus 12. We will have 4x plus 12. We can't write what is x is equal to, still in the expression we are having x and y. That is not possible, or it is not the way to write. Therefore, we have to write x is equal to means right side it must be expression in y. So you have to write separately. So one side there must be x equal to, other side y. Now for that matter I am writing y is equal to, completing the square, I can write this is quadratic. You can see that this is quadratic equation. So write the quadratic equation as a perfect square. We know that this is not a perfect square, so you can make it as a perfect square by writing 4x square. 4x square means I can take it as a square. So I will write it 2x whole square. 4x square is 2x whole square. Plus, now this is a square. 12x, I want to write it as plus 2ab. A square plus 2ab plus b square form. Now 2 into what is a? A is 2x. Then 2a is over 2a. Now I want to write b. So here we have 12x. You can see 12x. How to write 12x? Now we have 4x. Therefore 4 into 3 is 12. So you have to multiply 3. Therefore in the form 12x in the form 2ab is 2 into 2x into 3. So 2ab plus b is 3 now, plus b square. I want to write b square. So what is b square? 3 square, which is equal to 9. Now it is complete square, but here you can see 4x square is there, 12x is there, but here we have 15, not 9. So you added 9 means you can subtract 9, or you can split as 9 plus 6 as a 15. In that way also you can write, or you can write you added this b square as 9. That means you subtract 9, then add plus 15. In that way also we can write. Now this is equal to first three terms, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square, complete square, then remaining is 15 minus 9, which is equal to 6. Okay, now we can write it as a square plus 2ab plus b square, which is equal to y equal to, that will be a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. A is 2x, then what is b? A plus b 2x plus 3, b is 3 whole square, a plus b whole square, then 15 minus 9 plus 6. Now you can see that, so this term containing x, so therefore I will keep it there only. What is 2x plus 3 whole square? 2x plus 3 whole square is equal to y minus 6. Y minus 6. Then what is 2x plus 3? Taking square root, that is root y minus 6. That is equal to root y minus 6. Only natural numbers element of the domain set. 2x plus 3 is root y minus 6. Then what is 2x? 2x is equal to root y minus 6 minus 3. 2x equal to root y minus 6 minus 3. Then what is x equal to? X equal to square root of y minus 6 minus 3 divided by 2. That element belongs to domain set element, which is equal to n. So x equal to root y minus 6 minus 3 divided by n, that belongs to n. Therefore define G. We define G from where to where? From S to n. F from n to s, define G from s to n. And we define it as, what is g of y? G of y is always equal to x. We define it in the way root y minus 6 minus 3 whole divided by 2. So in this way we define g of y. Now prove that g of f equal to identity and f of g as identity. Okay, g of f of x is equal to g of f of x. So what is g of f of x? G of f of x. Now for our convenience, f of x is, we know that f of x is 4x square plus 12x plus 15. That is equal to y. Y is f of x. Or I can take, so this one, I will let it as 1. From 1 it will be easy. F of x is also as perfect square. If you are writing, y is 2x plus 3 whole square plus 6. I am choosing this one. So from 1 I am writing f of x is equal to 2x plus 3 whole square plus 6. Okay, now that is g of f of x. Now that is in the form g of y. What is g of y? Root y minus 6 minus 3 by 2. G of y is equal to root y minus 6. Y is 2x plus 3 whole square plus 6 minus 6. That is inside the root y minus 6 minus 3 whole divided by 2 whole divided by 2. So inside the square root plus and minus 6 will get cancelled. So we can see that that is 2x plus 3 whole square root of, that is equal to 2x plus 3 whole square minus 3 divided by 2. Okay, square and square root will get cancelled. That is 2x plus 3 minus 3 divided by 2, plus and minus 3 will get cancelled. So we can write x. That means g of f is equal to g of f of x equal to x, means g of f is identity function. So g of f is identity function. Now we can prove that f of g is also identity. Therefore f of g of y is equal to f of g of y. F of, what is g of y? G of y is square root of y minus 6 minus 3 divided by 2. F of x, what is f of x? That is 2x plus 3 whole square plus 6. So in the place of x you can see root y minus 6 minus 3 by 2. 2x plus 3 whole square, that is 2. Root y minus 6 minus 3 by 2. 2x plus 3 whole square plus 6. 2x plus 3 whole square plus 6. Okay, that is equal to, you can see 2 cancel, so we are having root y minus 6 minus 3 plus 3 whole square plus 6. So here minus 3 and plus 3 cancel, that is root y minus 6 whole square plus 6, which is equal to root y minus 6 square is y minus 6 plus 6, which is equal to y. So f of g of y that is equal to y, that means f of g is identity, f of g is identity. So g of f identity, f of g is identity, so we can write f is invertible. So from this we can write f is invertible. So we can give the conclusion, f is invertible, so f inverse equal to g, therefore f inverse of y equal to g of y. So what is g of y? G of y is root y minus 6 minus 3 divided by 2. So that is f inverse, which is equal to g of y. Okay, next we shall see similar question. So question is, show that f is invertible and find f inverse . Okay, next question. Consider f from R plus half open interval minus pi to infinity is given by f of x equal to 9x square plus 6x minus 5. Show that f is invertible, with f inverse of y. You have to show f inverse of y, root y plus 6 minus 1 divided by 3. So consider f from R plus is non-negative real numbers. R plus is non-negative real numbers. R plus 2 half open interval minus 5 to infinity. Then f of x is 9x square plus 6x minus 5. Show that f is invertible with the f inverse of y equal to root y plus 6 minus 1 divided by 3. Okay, let us write. Okay, same procedure we have to follow. First write f from R plus 2 half open interval minus 5 to infinity. Then f of x is an element that belongs to this interval. F of x equal to 9x square plus 6x minus 5. Then let us take y, which is this set element, that is codomain set element y. Y is 9x square plus 6x minus 5. So again you can see, so this is quadratic, 9x square plus 6x minus 5 is quadratic. So we can write y, which is equal to, writing completing the square method, 9x square. So I will write it as 3x whole square, that is a square. So a square is 3x whole square, which is 9x square, plus 2ab, that is equal to 2a. What is a? A is 3x. 2a into b. So what is b? Here you can see that 2ab is 6x, that means 2 into 3x means here we have to write 2 into 3x into 1. So b equal to 1. So which number we have to multiply to get 6x? Then 2 into 3x into 1, that is equal to 6x. So I multiply 1. So that will become 2ab plus b square. So what is b square? That is equal to 1 square 1. Now this is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So I added 1, but here we are having minus 5, not 1. So I can subtract 1. Then I am writing minus 5 as it is. So first three terms, perfect square, that is equal to y equal to a plus b whole square, that is equal to 3x, b is 1, 3x plus 1 whole square minus 5 minus 1, which is equal to minus 6. So you get y equal to 3x plus 1 whole square minus 6. Or you can write y plus 6 as 3x plus 1 whole square is y plus 6. Then what is 3x plus 1? 3x plus 1 is root y plus 6. 3x plus 1, which is equal to root y plus 6. Or we can write 3x is root y plus 6 minus 1, or x equal to root y plus 6 minus 1 whole divided by 3. That means this element that belongs to R plus non-negative real number set. Therefore f of x is y, that is quadratic. So after writing it as or making it as complete square, then we get function y equal to 3x plus 1 whole square minus 6. Later we need this, so take it as 1. From this we get x equal to root y plus 6 minus 1, that whole divided by 3. Okay, now we define function g. Define function g. G from half open interval minus 5 comma infinity to R plus. So we define it as g of y. G of y is root y plus 6 minus 1, that whole divided by 3, that is g of y. Now prove g of f is identity, f of g is identity. So g of f of x is equal to g of f of x. G of, what is f of x? F of x is 3x plus 1 whole square minus 6. From 1 we write 3x plus 1 whole square minus 6, that is f of x. Now this is equal to g of y. So g of y is square root of y plus 6, that is equal to 3x plus 1 whole square minus 6 plus 6 minus 1 divided by whole divided by 3. Okay, that is equal to plus 6 minus 6 cancel. So we will have square root of 3x plus 1 whole square minus 1 divided by 3. That is equal to square and square root will get cancelled. 3x plus 1 minus 1 by 3. 1 cancel, so 3x by 3 which is equal to 3x by 3 equal to x. So therefore g of f of x is equal to x. That means g of f is identity. G of f is identity. Here we have to write r plus. So domain of f here we have to write. So g of f is identity. Same way we will prove f of g as identity. For that f of g of y, f of g of y, f of g of y, f of what is g of y root y plus 6 minus 1 divided by 3. Now f of x is 3x plus 1 whole square minus 6, 3 x is root y plus 6 minus 1 divided by 3, 3x plus 1 whole square, 3x plus 1 whole square minus 6, 3x plus 1 whole square minus 6, which is equal to 3 cancel, here inside the bracket 3 cancel. So now we have root y plus 6 minus 1 plus 1 square minus 6. So minus 1 and plus 1 cancel, that is equal to root y plus 6 whole square minus 6, which is equal to, here I will write, root square and square root cancel, y plus 6 minus 6, which is equal to y. So f of g is equal to identity function. Here we have to write the domain of g, that is half open interval minus pi to infinity. Okay, thus g of f is identity, f of g is identity. Give the conclusion that f is invertible with f inverse of y is equal to g of y. So what is g of y? G of y is root y plus 6 minus 1 whole divided by 3, that is f inverse of y. F inverse of y. Here we can have some linear functions or quadratic function method is same. So we can prove f is invertible and we can write what is f inverse. Okay, let me write some homework problem that you can write inverse of some functions Okay, first question. Show that each of the following is invertible, and also you can find F inverse. If it is invertible, you can find F inverse. So in that question number 1, f from R to R defined by f of x, which is equal to 2x plus 3, f from R to R, f of x equal to 2x plus 3. And second question, f from R to R defined by f of x is equal to 5x minus 7. Third, f from R to R defined by f of x is equal to 10x plus 7. Okay, follow the same method. Find f inverse. So f from R to R here, and functions are given, linear functions. First define f from R to R, then write y equal to f of x, then write what is x. After writing what is x, then define g from R to R, and define what is g of y which is equal to x. After defining g of y, then prove that g of f is identity, f of g is identity. Then write, or then give the conclusion that f is invertible. Then write f inverse. So you can use 1 on 2 method also. That means for given function you can prove f is 1 f is on 2, then you can write f inverse, or you can use this method by writing g of f and f of g identity. That method also possible. Okay, now we shall see some similar type of problems in next class. Thank you.